So what am I talking about? I'm talking about Conversions API, and this is literally the best way to improve your lead quality for your business, your info product, your coaching, your consultancy. And basically this video is just a breakdown of how to improve your lead quality, your targeting, and mostly lower your CAC, because we all understand that the name of the game is to lower your cost of acquisition and to increase the quality and conversions of your business and for your business. So put it simply, Conversions API, a lot of people try to overcomplicate it and make it something that it's not. What is Conversions API? As you can see, Conversions API is simply just a link, direct server-to-server connection between your CRM and your Meta ad account. We can say, for example, for this example here, we're going to use GHL. As you can see, direct server-to-server connection. Now, why would you use Conversions API? Now, over 30% of online advertisers don't know about Conversions API number one and don't use it number two. And if you ask me, I think it's something that's super, super important because of the benefits of it. The costs outweigh the benefits 99.9% of the time. So I've broken it down into two separate benefits. You have your interface benefits and you have your business benefits. So the interface benefits would be improved data accuracy. Super important if you want to be tracking and making real-time data decisions based on the analytics within your ad account. This supports tracking of offline events, so you can track people using your pixel and your Conversions API together. If they come on and they check your pixel, they're triggered in the website, etc. And of course, just boosts your algorithm intelligence in terms of the connection between your CRM and your Meta ad account. You can see what lead comes through, if they're qualified, unqualified, and I'll get to that in a couple of minutes. Now, I've broken it down then also into our business benefits. So simply for you and me, it's better targeting, lower CAC, like I've said before, and it's increased lead quality, which means better ad analytics, better ads, because you can start to iterate and make differences based on the real-time data you receive with CapEye. And of course, this leads to the biggest thing within an ad account, which is your scalability. And this is super important. So keep that in mind as we go down through this. Now, how does Conversions API work with your funnel? Like I said, let's take GHL for example here. So you have your Meta and you have your GHL, your direct connection between the two of them with Conversions API. Now you can see here, you have your ad to your lead form or landing page, whichever one you prefer, but I prefer using lead form because it keeps it native on the account, makes people feel like it's easier to fill out, they don't feel less skeptical. We're in a trust recession at the moment, especially for your info product, coaching, consultancy, any sort of business that you have. Now, once the person fills in the lead form, come through to your CRM, I'm going to use GHL as an example here. So you have your qualified and your unqualified leads. Again, this gets feedback then depending on where they land in the pipeline stage, and I'll show you this in a walkthrough tutorial in a couple of minutes. But you can see if they're qualified, unqualified, this all feeds back into Conversions API, and this comes back into your Meta Events Manager and your Ads Manager. Basically, Facebook will target more people if they're qualified, search for more people like this person, simply put. And if they're unqualified, Facebook will decide, okay, this person is clearly not in the ICP, let us not target somebody similar with this profile, and let's start to focus more on who are qualified, who books calls, who is a sell, who joins your community, who gets your consultancy, etc., etc. Now, why do most advertisers not use Conversions API? Like I said at the start of the video, over 30% of people don't use Conversions API, and it's astounding to me. It's crazy. It's super simple to set up if you know how to do it, like I'm going to show you. Because to be perfectly honest, it is complex, and this is why most people don't do it. Because they fear it, they don't understand it, they don't know how it works, and they don't understand the benefits. But I can see from my ad accounts, compared to my friends' ad accounts, other business owners that I know, Conversions API is the reason why we get such a high conversion rate, so much more sales, so many more conversions, so many more community, people joining the communities, etc. So, what are the limitations of it? Complex to set up, it's time consuming. You don't know what you're doing, it could take you 5-6 hours to set it up, and you can end up going down numerous rabbit holes because there are different ways to set it up. And people are genuinely just lazy or unaware, like I said. Now, here's just a quick brief example before I do the step by step of what it actually looks like and how it hooks up. So you can see if it's clearly hooked up. You can see that you have your page views, submit application, and view content. They are all based on your pixel on your website. That's perfect. Most people have that set up on their website to track your cookies. But these are the ones: discovery, booked, unqualified, sales. This comes from your Conversions API. So how does Meta, how does our ad account know if somebody's booked a discovery? How do they know who's someone who is unqualified or someone who's a sale? Basically, it comes from your workflows in your ad account. Or workflow, sorry, in your CRM system. As you can see here, we've set them up seamlessly, super simple, and I'll show you how to do it in a second. And what does this actually look like? You can see in here then, this is our pipeline for a 10-day trial that we did just to see if the conversions API would work, would catch, so we could make this video. And as you can see, all the pipeline stages have been filled adequately. So your nurturings, your ghostings, your no-shows, you can set up a conversions API for every single one of these just to increase the likelihood of somebody actually being qualified in the future. So for qualification purposes, you can have people who have discovery booked, proposals booked, sales, good fits but not right time, etc., pipeline stages, whatever you do, it depends on the marketer, it depends on the business. And people then who are unqualified, you can have your ghosting flows, your nurturings, your no-shows, your engaged leads who didn't get back to you after a while, your unqualified pipeline stage, which is fairly common as well. So that all being said, conversions API is super important. It is literally a guaranteed way to lower your CAC, increase your lead quality and targeting, which is so important nowadays because we all know there's a trust recession, number one, and number two, targeting on Facebook. The debate between broad and detailed targeting is getting bigger and worse than ever. So if you can find a way to get a perfect happy medium, which is conversions API, I would guarantee and I would recommend it to absolutely everybody that you use this. Now, let's get into the breakdown of how to actually set it up properly. Now, so where do you want to navigate to? First, you're going to want to navigate into your events manager on your Meta ad account, your Meta business suite. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go up in the top left corner here and click on connect data. You're going to see a lot of different options here. You're looking for your CRM. Then you're going to go, don't mind this, click next. And then of course, I have a lot of these already set up. So what you're going to do is most of the time you're not going to see anything there. Just going to create a new data set. Just going to call this test data set. Now, I'm not going to set one up as I have too many in here at the moment. Don't want to make anything too complicated, but you're going to click on create. And then what it's going to do then is it's going to bring you in then to something similar like this. Now, there's going to be nothing here. You're going to have to set up your conversions API and your pixel. There's going to be nothing here. It's going to all just be instructions on how to do it. But the easiest way to do so, and let me see if I can find it for you first. Perfect. So you're actually going to end up in your test pixel here. And you're going to see all these options here. You're going to see set up events from a server, gather website events from browser activity, share data from mobile app, or share data stored in a spreadsheet. Now, you're going to see here set up conversions API. I'm going to click on that. Now, this is where I'm saying you can get really bad in rabbit holes. Trust me, I've done it before. It took me hours. I spent too long doing this until I actually found the right way to do so. Now, you're going to want to see, so you see you have three options: set up with conversions API gateway, set up with partner integration, or set up manually. Now, you're going to set it up manually, and then conversions API and Metapixel. You're going to select this one, and you're just going to go start Cap I setup. Now, perfect. Create your personalized instructions, implement the conversions API. Don't forget to monitor your track events. Click continue. You can read all this if you want. You're going to want to click continue. You're going to end up here then. So you have numerous options. As you can see, education for your info product. If you're e-commerce and retail, you're going to have these options here. The options vary based on the industry that you're in. So let's just take, for example, go into the education space. So what are the most important things you want to be tracking for your education space? Submitting an application to join. You're going to want somebody who's a lead. Also going to want somebody who purchased, initiated a checkout, perhaps if you would checkout, a Stripe link or a school link, completed registration, completed a form on your site, and viewed your content. That's really important. You can leave the rest of them out. Now, and this is super important, as you can see here, you're going to get to see a load of these different requirements on what this person wants and what you want to capture from them within your conversions API. So you can kind of take your external ID, first name, phone number. It just completely depends. We'll just select a couple of random ones here and that will help you out. Now, what most people do and the mistake they make is they click continue. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to select the exact same parameters across every single one of these. So look, as you can see, complete registration is all of these intact. It doesn't here. So you're going to want to select all of them again, blah, blah, blah. We'll just do these. Same thing on leads, and then you know the rest. Same, same, and same. Then you want to click continue there now. Now, as you can see here, you're going to review your setup. This is everything here. You can just double check. As you can see, okay, everything looks perfect. Click continue, and then you can be like, okay, manually implement the API yourself or send instructions. I would just simply say continue here. Now, I'm not going to do any further. I can bring you in then to where you do the rest of the work. Perfect. So once all of that is set up on your side, you're going to enter into this side of things. Now, the overview is going to look different. It's waiting for a connection, so don't worry about not seeing all of this yet. This will come in 48 hours once Facebook starts to receive some information from your CRM. So what are you actually going to want to do, and what are the two most important parts of this side that you need? You need your data set ID, which is super important, so have that there and you can copy that to clipboard. And you also have your access token. So look, as you can see, set up a direct integration for Conversions API. Generate your access token. If you click on this, it will generate an access token for you. You're going to want to use this for your automations, so you can start to relay the feedback then from your pipeline stage changes into your ad account to obviously boost everything that I told you earlier on. Fantastic. Now, we're going to jump into the CRM here now, and we're going to set up the automation to start receiving the data from your Conversions API in Meta, start feeding it into your CRM, and start doing it vice versa. Now, obviously I have it set up, but we're going to do it again for the purpose of this video and to walk you through it. We're going to do it again. So you're going to want to set it up and just call it CapI and then dash and then whatever your company name is. Click create. As you can see, it's in here. Now, you're just going to create a workflow from scratch. Perfect. Now, you're going to want to call this, we'll just say ITU 01, you can see it's already there, new lead form submission. Perfect. Now, and what's the trigger going to be? The trigger is going to be a lead form submitted. So as you can see, Facebook lead form submitted. Page is, give it whatever your company name is, and then you're going to have the form is, and you can have any, we'll just say this lead gen form, you're going to have that there. What you're going to want to do then is, you're going to have your next level of the automation, which is the creator update stage name, creator update opportunity. So, we're going to have in pipeline, we'll say the paid ads pipeline, select pipeline stage going into new lead. Your opportunity name is going to be, just for the purpose of this, contact first name. Now obviously this is a GHL more like walkthrough, but if it's anything else, it's pretty the same steps all the way through. Opportunity value, you can have that, select status as open, click save, keep that in draft as you create the other ones, and move on. Now we're into the second workflow then, so just going to call this ITU02, new lead booked appointment, okay? So what's going to be the trigger? Pipeline stage change. Perfect. Save. Forgot to add that. Add filter, in pipeline, paid ads, pipeline stage, discovery booked. So what does this mean? This means that when somebody comes through as a new lead, if they engage with us, so whether you're dialing them, whether you're SMSing them, AI appointment setting them, emailing them, they respond, they come into the discovery book, proposal books, call books, whatever pipeline stage you have it down as. Basically what will happen is once that person moves from new lead to appointment, let's just say in this case, discovery booked, this is going to trigger in your ad account, and it's going to come in your data set that basically, okay, somebody has booked a discovery, this is the type of person who has done that. Let us now start focusing, and Facebook's algorithm and AI will start to find people with similar profiles to this person and start to target them more. So we're going to say Facebook conversion API, as you can see here. It's going to be an integration. It's going to be a funnel event. My apologies, it's going to be a lead event. As you can see, now this is where it's super important. As you can see, your access token. Now this is what I was saying earlier on. I'm not going to generate one because I already have one done. You click on this button here, it will generate you an access token, and then you're going to put that into there. Then your pixel ID is the dataset ID that we spoke about up here, so you can simply just put that in. And then stage name then is just the opportunity stage name variable. You don't need to do custom mapping, none of this. Once that's there, we can just give it an access token of this. Perfect, as you can see, everything looks perfect there. I would just have this as just to keep stuff nice and fluid throughout the account. Perfect. And that's step 2. Now, just to save you and speed up the video, I've made sure that this is a lot simpler. I've done up the workflows already. So as you can see here, this would be your client close. So this is somebody who has become a customer for your business. As you can see, then the pipeline paid ads, pipeline stage change has moved from discovery to sale. Perfect. Again, what's this going to mean? People who've converted as a sale, Facebook is going to see that. It's going to enter your ad account in your events manager, your data set, and Facebook will like, okay, this person is somebody who has bought from the company. This is somebody's ICP. We're going to start to actually find people who are exactly like this and start to hit them again. Simple as. Same thing again, you're going to find the Facebook Conversions API, event trigger, integration, lead event, put in your access token, put in your pixel ID, and put in the stage name. And it's going to be the same then for the last one. So I'll just show you that one quickly. And finally then, this is the last one that I've set up. So as you can see, it is for an unqualified lead. So same thing again, everything looks the exact same. And again, just to rehash it, what is this going to mean? If somebody goes into the unqualified stage of your pipeline, what it's going to do is relay that information back to your data set, to your ads manager, and Facebook will be like, okay, this person filled out your lead form, but they're actually unqualified for your service. So let's not target people who are similar to this. So that was just a really, really quick breakdown of the importance of Conversions API, what it is, how to use it, why people don't use it, why you should be using it for your business in 2025, and why it's super important to set it up correctly. Set it up once, it'll be there for life. If you found this interesting, please drop us a subscription, please subscribe, drop us a like, and drop us a comment. It's much appreciated, and I will chat to you in the next video.